Yeah, I think I caught it already.
Yeah, I think I'm coming. I think I'm coming down. Coming down with some shit. I wanted to golf this week. It's like my foot's fucked up, so I can't. And the weather's trash tomorrow and Friday. You know how like every time you think work's going to slow down, it just picks up.
And that's how it is.
Just picks up. It's been so
Oh,
fucking busy for me.
the holiday season with your job, it picks up.
No, it's usually ghost. It's supposed to be ghost. Last year was completely ghost. This year is like pretty much everybody's taking off. This
Mm,
week and last week, I wasn't really supposed to be working at all. And shit, I mean, it's good that it picked up because it means I'm gonna have a nice commission check. But
right.
busy as a motherfucker, dog. And Shane called. I was supposed to go see Shani's back in town. I was supposed to go see Shane.
Uh,
And I'm thinking they was gonna do so because at first they said at night. So I'm thinking they're gonna go out at night. But I was like, yeah, so we're probably gonna do something like we'll come over around like noon. I'm like, bro, I got a meeting at 12, a meeting at 1. I got fucking my therapist at 2. I got a fucking end of the year wrap meeting at 3.
right.
I'm working till 5.
Yeah.
My shit is usually, bro, I tell you, to be honest, like hard work, I'm probably doing 4 hours, 5 hours a day. This shit has been 8 nonstop.
I got work a real 40.
Yeah, so we're like earning my money. This shit is fucked up, dog. I thought I finessed the game. I'm really earning my fucking bread now. This shit hurts.
Over here on the opposite end of that though, like this shit don't feel right to me. I've been working hard since 18 and I'm over here kicked up with an injury. I feel worthless right now. I'm like, yo, what am I good for? Like I'm over here making sure the crib, spick and span, cooking breakfast every morning. Like I ain't got shit to do.
Bro, I was telling you, bro. If my shit was fucked up like that, I would be useless.
You're literally useless for about at least a month.
I'd be a junkie. I think I would just have to be because I would like. There's no way I would just be able to just lounge around because you got a whole little family and shit. If I was just by myself lounging in my fucking apartment complex, not a shot.
Definitely popping an edible a day. So
Oh,
like it's like I'm not going anywhere. I can't do nothing. I did that for about 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. I'm like, it's nothing I could do. So I need to
bro,
feel like something. I'm not getting no sun. I'm not smelling fresh air. It's refreshing now that I could actually go outside and do shit. But in the beginning, man, this shit was like, yo, I'm not even a sad person. I wasn't sad, but it was just the feeling, like you said, you how you feel busy. I always felt busy. I'm not busy now.
I would be the saddest person in the fucking world, dog. No, I am the saddest person in the world, and that shit would make me way more sad, dog. I would be in this bitch, fucking. You know how my windows is big as shit. Them shits would be draped the fuck down, dog.
Nah,
Draped all black, dog. Every
I will
fucking day.
say, not to toot my own horn, but I feel like I'm taking this shit way better than the average person.
Yo, you're just weird.
I might be because I
You're
don't
weird.
have nothing to complain about. I mean, it sucks, but yeah, I haven't really bitched about it. I guess I
No,
was like, man, this fucking sucks. Like, oh, why'd it happen to me? Like, I ain't asked none of them questions other than the first 5 minutes it happened. Like, ain't no fucking way, not me. It can't be.
buddy.
But then,
I'm a,
all right, fuck it.
I'm a day into having like a fucking flared up sprained Achilles.
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready to call it quits, dog. I'm ready to call it fucking
Yeah,
quit.
the injury is fucking ass. Like,
I'm ready to call it quits, dog.
Billy's injury is not the one that you want. I mean, I was like, at least it ain't my knee because I couldn't imagine not being able to bend my fucking knee. That has to be fucking tragic. But
Yeah, that was
dog, that shit crazy.
that was
I don't get it, man. How was the weekend though?
it was good. I can't remember what I did Friday. Do you know what I did Friday? Did I talk to you?
Probably. I don't remember what you did though. Did you
Can't
go out? I don't remember.
Bro, that's like my memory. My short-term memory is starting to really go.
I don't know.
Start-
I called y'all both Saturday morning at like 9 and
yeah,
y'all
we talked this Saturday, and I know I went golfing with Booten on Saturday, and Kyle, it was fun, good times, nice seeing Matt. Always good seeing Booty and shit. But I cannot remember what I did on Friday. That's weird. But yeah, it was an uneventful weekend coming into Christmas, which is good.
yeah, nah, that's always good. Same for me. A little adulting over the weekend, nothing too crazy. But yeah, little adulting. Uh Yeah, I am starting to get out the fucking crib more. So,
You want to expound on that or no?
well, not yet.
Okay, got it.
Not yet.
Got
I
it.
like to wait till things are all the way done. You know,
Yeah, I hear you.
shit
Okay.
pops up here and there. So we'll see. Cheers to adulting though. It's pretty
Cheers
cool.
to it, dog. It was a good 2022, dog. I keep confusing the years. It was a good 2022. Everybody's old now. I was thinking about that as I was talking to my other friends, and I'm like, yo, if it's not like new jobs, new families, new cars, new house, like it was always something with somebody.
Yeah,
Like pretty much. Like I was going through a list, and I was like, yeah, like, and no shame on anybody that doesn't, but I'm like, and like it doesn't matter if they don't. But like I was like thinking of it, and I was like, yeah, everybody's pretty much got shit together now.
yeah. Or at least working towards getting that shit together. Some people are still out here just moving, you know, doing their thing. No shame to them. Figure it
Yeah,
out if you can, but
yeah, I'm talking about my friends specifically, and like most of them have it figured out for the most part. And yeah, like on the flip side of that, like some people don't, and like they don't necessarily want to have it figured out either, and that's fine.
yeah, I will say I feel like every time I have it figured out, the next thing that happens, I don't have that shit figured out, and then I'm figuring that shit out, and then it's like you just keep thinking you got shit figured out, and then something comes, and you're like, okay, let's see what this is like. What's this
But
shit about?
but life's got to keep you on your toes with your challenges,
Oh,
right?
it definitely does that. I mean, you could definitely play the middle, which I feel like I have done in times as well, and just had it figured out until I was ready to go to the next level. I guess you want to call it, but yeah,
You know what's weird is the black love, no love memes that everybody posts as soon as I stop fucking with them. I don't understand what that is.
what is it?
It's black love, no love memes. Every single girl I stop fucking with. They
So,
it just go like a week where it'd be like, yo, you gotta find a black king. It's
mhm.
got like black love's the only way to go. And I'm like, what is this? What are we doing here?
You poisoning them, man. I don't
What are
know.
you
I don't know what's going on, dog. You was
what
a
the
bad
fuck is
taste
this?
in their mouth, bro. What's going
It's
on?
like it's like the seventh or eighth time it's happened. I'm like, yo, are we really doing this right
Acting
now?
specifically you, or just like a pattern of just white dudes?
No, right after me. Right after me.
I
It's
don't
like,
know.
yeah, if anything, like yeah, like I'm helping black love because I'm just steering bitches right back.
Yo,
Right back.
it's a cold world out here, man. I mean, do you look at yourself and see what you're doing, or you feel like it is what
Yeah,
it is?
I'm a piece of shit. I already know that. That's fine. We're not like there's nothing here. There's
Do
not
you
like
get that out as a prerequisite when you dating?
what's that?
Like, yo, I might be a piece of shit. I might not. If I really like you, we'll find out.
Yeah, but you know what I do? I try to always tell girls like, yo, this.
Uh,
And like because I'm so good at communicating it, they'll be like, oh, look at you trying to like self-sabotage. Ha 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 ha. And I'm like,
I'm dead
okay.
ass.
Yep.
Yeah, that's funny. Nah, do you think girls take the hints that we try to give them at the beginning of, I guess, talking or dating, or they think they could change a situation or whatever?
I think everybody, not just girls, I think once you like somebody, you put blinders on.
Nah, that's a fact. That's definitely a
Like,
fact.
I think we've all put blinders on before and ignored like obvious,
Sad too,
yeah, like obvious shit. And you're just like, oh no, that's fine.
because you'll be floating in the fucking abyss. They'll tell you 5 times to your face, like,
Yeah,
"Oh, I'm like this."
yeah.
And you're
I mean,
like, I could probably change that.
yeah. Not for
Later, you looking like a dickhead.
yeah, not for me. No, you'll be perfect for me. You know how you're like for me, dog. You're completely different. That's no,
Yeah,
100%. Not for me. No, shout out to the girls. So
yeah, can't live.
I took my December off. I'm back on the girlfriend hunt coming into the new year.
On the girlfriend hunt or the
Yeah.
date?
No, I did the dating hunt 2022. I'm going to girlfriend hunt 2023. So
Mm.
I'm going for
How
it.
would you rate the dating hunt in 2022?
You know, honestly, I look back on it. I think I fumbled the first one.
Honestly,
Kinda.
damn, that's like, see, this is therapy deal right here. Because he would have never said this.
I think I fumbled the first one. I think I jumped the gun and I was like too early into the date and to be like, I was trying to find a reason why. I fumbled that one. I think I probably could have cuffed her for a
I've
little
never
while.
heard you say you fumbled a chick, but
Yeah, I mean, because like technically I didn't fumble her, you know, like I fumbled. Um, I got some good reassurance this year.
Right.
I got my swag back. I'll say that.
Right.
100%. I came into the year, I was like, yeah, I'm coming back to Philly. Let me like actively date pretty hard, go out here, go crazy, see what's going on, see like if I can like date and not just fuck people. And I can. And not only can I date, like I can date, like I'm good at conversations, like I like fun, cute shit. And not to be that guy, but like I get a nice quality girl too. So it was just all constant reassurance. So like, all right, yeah, like I need to just figure out what the fuck's going on with the mental over here, and then I'll be good to go.
Right.
So that was a nice reassurance date year.
Nah, that ain't bad, man. I feel like everybody needs it.
It was good. All the girls I dated this year, I got some good from. I got some bad from. Everything's fun.
Find out what you like, what you don't like. That's
Yeah,
really keys of dating when you find out what you do and don't like.
The first one I was like, looking back on, I could have communicated it better if I just called it quits.
Okay, I mean, I don't know how deep you want to get into it, but what was the communication problem you was having?
It wasn't a communication shit. It was just like she wasn't on like very much the PDA affectionate shit. And you know that's my shit.
Yeah, I'm heavy on that as well.
That's my shit
that I look for.
I need that.
Like disappointed when you like somebody and they don't have that. You like, fuck, like
it's almost it's like a deal breaker for me. It really is.
But you was also at the same time, you said you felt like you fumbled. Is that the one you felt like you fumbled?
Well, what had happened was I had
whoa. Just for the people out there, we know what happens when somebody starts a sentence with what had happened.
No, what happened was I had let her go gracefully, like a nice grace out, and then she came back with like a couple weeks later with a few spicy texts, and then I tried to do what I do. Yeah, oh, you're dope, blah blah. I was just this, like if so and so, and she hit me with a good rebuttal, kind of, and I was like, fuck.
Damn.
Yeah, I was like, that's a good one. It was something along the lines of like, yeah, I got a kind of dog, so I'm a little more guarded for a while. Like, I don't just jump in it. I was like, oh, that's kind of fair. That's actually a good point.
Yeah, that's funny. Damn.
Oops, but I
say back to that?
Huh?
I said, like, what could you say back to that?
I think I said verbatim. This is fucking like 8-9 months ago. I think I said verbatim, like, yeah, maybe I could have communicated this a little earlier on. And she was like, yeah, maybe you could have. You fucking nut.
Damn.
But at that time, I was already on to the next.
Yeah, and you wasn't even thinking about it at the time.
Yeah, I went back. Not a double back guy, man. I'll learn my lessons and keep it pushing.
Yeah, double back will probably only leave you where you was the first time you try to get up out of there and be like, damn. Okay.
Isn't that true? One thing is that, like, yeah, you think like you shouldn't have to communicate some shit, and you do. You just do.
Nah, communication from what I heard from my situations is definitely key. If you could get that shit early in, I feel like sky's the limit. Communication is key. Sky's the limit if you got it.
Now the flip side of that is like some other joints is like, yo, like if I'm telling you how I am and like what I think and like what beliefs I am, like social structure, different shit, and then you still go for it, it's like, yeah, I told you I'm not with this kind of shit. So I don't.
Yeah. But also that's the communication part is like, all right, I'm gonna hold you to what you're saying. And if this how you are, I am gonna say, all right, well, I'm cool off you. Or if I like what I hear, then you said this, but
this is the other shit too. Like, yeah, there's some amazing pussies out there. There is.
Yeah.
There's some amazing pussies out there. There's no pussy in the world that's gonna make me change my character. Now your personality and like actual like if I really, really like you, then I might compromise it. But like it's not a negotiating tool.
So sorry to all the female listeners, but amazing vagina or good personality?
Well, I mean, that's not as black as white as you would think, right?
Okay, break it down for us.
So let's say like little psychotic, great box, super freaky, versus more reserved, great personality. Like I'm probably going more reserved, great personality, because like as you get more comfortable, then you feel me, then it John's. But like if John's kind of psycho, then I can't really work with that. At 31, I don't really have the time for that.
Yeah, now I feel like in my dating days, I guess you would call it, I get that out the way quick. Like if you crazy or I see any signs of like real crazy, like I feel like not all girls, but a lot of girls is crazy. But if you like crazy, crazy, I'm like, all right, yeah, nah, this ain't it, and I'm
I'm
cool with that.
and I'm also big on consistency. So the inconsistency shit is like that is the biggest John for me. So
Yeah,
like if you come over one day and you're like very like this, and then the next day the same shit you was going for is a problem, I don't know how to react to that. I go off your vibe.
yeah, don't confuse me. I luckily I haven't really dealt with inconsistent shit as much, but I couldn't imagine that shit would probably drive me crazy, and I'm a pretty sane person.
Yeah, blessings, blessings. Where do you want to start off at?
Uh, you want to give the people an update on Tory and Meg? Do we still care?
Well, there's so much shit going on with that, and now like everyone like this is the shit I'm like. It's not just politics; it's everything now.
Mhm.
To where it's like, yeah, you believe what you believe, regardless.
Right, and it's
This
no surprise at this point for
There's
people.
no switching sides, regardless. So the big testimony came this week.
Mm,
Obviously, the girl Kelsey testified, the friend, and then they played the recording of when she testified 2 months ago. It's complete opposite. So let's rule her out completely.
mm,
Tory Lanez decided not to testify today. He wasn't going to speak.
mm.
Um, which to me, like that could, like some people are saying that's an admittance of guilt. I would probably like testify if I wasn't guilty, but I like that could very easily be a strategic play, even if he wasn't guilty. So the big testimony came this week. Well, her stylist gave a testimony. That was fine, but it was really the neighbor, the dude that they parked in front of the house, gave a testimony.
Mhm,
And I have never seen two different groups take the exact same testimony and use it for their argument.
mhm.
So he pretty much tests like this. So he basically said the SUV was parked out front. He heard a bunch of commotion. He comes outside with his son. He's watching. It's two girls fighting violently.
Okay, damn, that's some new shit right there. Off rip.
Two girls fighting violently. Says he sees a flash. Doesn't know it's a gun, but sees a flash go while the two girls are fighting.
Mm.
Says the short man comes out of the car.
Short man, that's funny.
That's what he says. The short man comes out of the car. When he comes out of the car, he says he has a gun. So either he got the gun, either one of the girls had the gun, he took it from. Either way, this is what he's got the gun, and he sees 5 to 6 more flashes.
Damn.
Okay, so that's what they're saying. Now, before I even get more into this, just from that first two verbatim Johns, Meg Thee Stallion supporters are saying, yo, he's saying clearly he can't determine that either one of the girls had a gun. He just saw a flash, so he's assuming it's a gun.
Yeah.
But he's saying Tory had the gun and shot 5 times.
And seeing the flashes from the person that
Seeing the flashes from the short fella.
Damn.
I'm looking people under DJ Academics page and Twitter, and they're going, yo, told you Kelsey shot her. The girls were fighting. The flash came from the girls fighting first. And I'm like, yo, are you completely ignoring the other part? Right. And here's the crazier other part. So as he continues his testimony, he's like, so now the driver gets out, and it looks like all 4 of them are fighting.
Mm.
Like they're all fighting. He said the short guy's visibly upset. Here's the turn that like nobody, the Tory supporters, didn't acknowledge at all in the testimony.
Mm.
He says the bigger girl starts to crawl away. So obviously this is when Megan got shot. She's crawling away.
Uh-huh.
As she's crawling away, the other 3 start to attack her on the ground violently.
Oh, shit.
This is crazy, right? He says...
The eyewitness.
That's eyewitness. They start to attack her violently. He says, and then they pick her up, pick her body up and start walking to the river. He goes, I thought it looked like they were going to kill her and throw her in the river. He said, then this is what the guy's fucking saying verbatim. He goes, then you hear cop signs and they carry her to the Escalade. So I'm like, yo, how the fuck is that? Like, I wouldn't look at that as a positive for Tory's attorneys.
And just like you said before you started breaking it down, that's exactly how it is. Like, people aren't going to change their mind on who they think did what after hearing what suppose is somebody that's seen this shit saw. How could you not be like, yo, they obviously shot her ass.
But this is the crazy shit. So it's like, yo, like, all right, so the reassurance, let's go like complete opposite. Let's go Tory's side. Okay, so he sees the flash when the girls are fighting first. Okay, so Kelsey shot him.
Okay.
Tory Lanez gets out of the car, he grabs a gun from them, shoots 5 to 6 more times.
Yeah. He's still shot.
And then she's crawling away. So she got shot regardless. She's crawling away shot. And he's adamantly saying they banked her ass and started carrying her to the river.
Yeah, that sounds crazy.
That sounds like, yo, if he didn't shoot her, then all 3 of them should be getting fucking charged for attempted murder, dog. Like, yeah, like.
No, the driver was Tory's driver.
Yeah, yep.
Didn't know that. It is kind of disappointing to see how fast people took sides and how much people are invested in this shit for people they don't know. And it's like, bro, why are we not just waiting until the decision comes out? Then call whoever you want to call a liar, call whoever you want a bullshitter. Don't fuck with whoever after the fact. I understand why people distance themselves from Tory, because you shoot a woman, it's like, bro, what are you doing?
Like, and yeah, like here's the reality of the situation, because we don't know. They all lied. They're all lied. They all lied.
The thing that got me, and still not on nobody's side, because I'm not that invested in either one of them's career. I used to fuck with Tory, but before I stopped listening to him, before all this weird shit happened. But the thing that got me was Meg was trying to cover for him at first until a weird narrative came out, I guess. And it was like, oh, nah. And then to the point where she had to say something. And I'm like, that's kind of telling, because she was covering up for the bullshit that happened. And then for it to go south, why would she just make up a big ass lie out of nowhere?
So here's the thing. It sounds like she didn't realize she got shot.
Okay.
It sounds like she honestly thought that she stepped on glass.
And that's probably what somebody told her.
Yeah, so it sounds like she thought she stepped on glass, and then when she went to the hospital, the doctors were removing fragments, and they're like, yo, you got fucking shot.
So the doctor told her you got shot.
Yeah, so like, yo, like, that's the clear shit, because they're like, yo, DNA's inconclusive for Tory, gun residue was on both of them. It's like, yeah, well, the witness said both of them shot.
And they were fighting. So
yeah.
It would be residue.
Yeah, like the girl, Kelsey, and Tory both shot the gun. So and she did get shot.
Yeah,
so I don't know how you guys like
and get a fragment in your foot. I don't know where the fuck they think that shit's coming from.
Like, yeah, she got shot. Both of them have John. So instead of arguing if Tory shot or if so and so, like, regular law shows, like, if you commit a robbery, if me and you are in a car and you shoot somebody that drive by, we're both getting hit with murder.
Yeah, the weird shit is they gave her immunity, right?
No, weird, bro. I don't like it. I do not understand.
And then there's the narrative as well that she took money from Tory.
That was the other thing. They tried to hit her with a bribery charge, or him with a bribery charge for both of them. But the judge said they can't do it middle of the joint. It's a weird case. It's a weird case. There's a few facts that you can't deny. Tory shot the gun. Don't know if he shot her, but he shot the gun. Megan got shot. That's it.
I'm wondering what that damn jury looked like, because I've definitely had jury duty, and luckily my case that I was on jury for, they settled outside of court. But that jury really gonna make a decision, and it depending on who's in that jury. If you hear somebody say, "Oh, it looked like they was about to throw her in the fucking water,"
that sounds crazy.
A short guy shoot, and you don't know these people, because typically that's where the jury is at. Like, you don't have no connection to either side. You're gonna be like, "What the fuck?"
Bro, the verbiage of him saying the girl crawls away and then the other 3 start violently attacking her and then picking her up and taking her towards the river. That, like, I don't know how people are like, yo, Tory's definitely getting off. I don't see that.
Me neither. I mean, and it's weird because, like, specifically academics, the narrative he pushing is kind of weird.
Very weird to me.
Bro, you are, like, wholeheartedly behind this. Like, I'm like, are you trying to persuade the jury?
It's very weird.
Hoping the jury's looking at your page, like, in between days of court. Like, I'm not understanding why you so invested on making it seem like Megan's a liar. But if Tory does get convicted, what is he gonna say? Like, oh, this is some bullshit. Like, bro, what?
It's
What
very
you
weird. All of it is weird. The
it is
whole situation is weird. And then it comes to find out that the girl Kelsey's married to that her husband is an exec at the 1501 label. I was like, all right, well that kind of makes sense why she would lie now. Because
shit deeper and deeper, man.
like like it's a fucking Netflix series, dog.
Oh, it's definitely getting picked up for a documentary.
It's got to. This
They
shit is
got
crazy.
the whole shit. Because sooner or later, the true story gonna come out. Whether it's 5 years or 10 years from now, we gonna get the real story.
Kevin Hart is gonna play the fuck out of Tory Lanez, dog.
That would be fucking hilarious.
Play the fuck out of Tory Lanez, dog. And then the YSL update, it sounds like a lot of them are playing out. From what I read, the only person they're not going to offer a plea to is fucking Young Thug.
Yeah, in my eyes, this shit's starting to seem like a witch hunt. After all that evidence from 2015 got thrown out, it's like, all right, like maybe it was bad shit going on. Who knows? I don't fucking know. I don't live in Atlanta. I'm not sure about the violence in Atlanta, but it seemed like a witch hunt. It seemed like they don't have shit other than some minor charges. I mean, if you found them pulled up for promethazine and whatever else they said, why wouldn't you book them at that point? But it's like y'all literally waiting for somebody to tell. And if these dudes get in court or don't show up to court or whatever it is they're gonna do, and you don't get any information, what was this shit all for?
It is. It's very interesting.
It doesn't look like he's going down without a testimony.
It's interesting. So the detective comes out and says that he started investigating him when he found out he rented the car for the murder of the fella, I want to say Peanut, who was YFN's Lucci's manager, that supposedly started all the gang wars. And you go back like full circle, and everybody's like, "Yeah, why did him and Rich Homie fall out so quick and stop fucking with each other?" And it's like, "Oh, that was Rich Homie's man's." And it's like, "Oh, now it kind of all makes sense."
Yeah.
Now it makes sense why they would break up at the top of their fucking peak after having Lifestyle, massive hit. But yeah, his brother plead out. A few of the other rappers plead out. I don't
know how to gauge it, man.
I don't see him walking away free. I don't know what he can do.
I'm looking at the pleas like these are bad deals. Like y'all doing 10-year probation pleas? What is this? Why would you plea out to 10 years probation?
Because they're going for RICOs. That's fucking 30 years.
But it's a state RICO. This ain't federal, and it seems like they ain't got shit. Now I'm speaking for somebody that ain't in a RICO, so maybe I don't know. It's a different situation when you're in that hot seat, but it don't seem like they got anything if they're giving you a plea deal for 10 years probation. Seems like a fucking hanging. Like
how is his case going so fast when YFN got hit with the RICO first?
We have no updates on it, right?
No, he's been there for like 2 years.
I don't know because I'm a YFN fan as well as a Thug fan. So I'm like, I ain't heard shit about Lucci shit, but we hear everything about Thug shit. I don't get it.
I haven't heard a fucking thing.
I think Lucci shit was more evidence because they got him on camera getting in the car with the guy that got murdered and having him out on the street. So I think his shit more like, we see you in the situation, but Thug shit seemed like a fucking conspiracy, like a witch hunt for real.
Yeah, they want Young Thug bad.
Yeah, and it's kind of sad to see how hard they going after him. But again, I don't live in Atlanta. I don't know what the violence like.
This shit you see, we didn't have this on our list. Remind me to talk about this, the Romeo Master P debacle.
Oh, yeah.
But did you see Sauce Walker's Walker,
yeah.
Sauce Walker. I always fuck his name up. Sauce Walker's crew just got indicted as well for a RICO.
Yeah.
They're coming down.
Yeah, and did you see Philly just named their gangs?
They did that did they do it again? They did that a few months ago too.
Yep.
They did that right around when PMD got killed.
Get them. So I mean, I guess Philly's much closer and we actually see the violence. And it's like, okay. I mean, the gang shit is weird because obviously I ain't gonna say it started in LA, but we know they exemplified it and how long they had it. So it's crazy to see how the gang shit has spread out throughout the whole country and it's literally affecting everybody. And then to see the violence come from it, And then also to know, see the violence come from it, and to see the artists attached to it at the same time, whether they up and coming or on top of the game. It's kind of like a fucked up situation, but do you feel like it's necessary for them to target rappers or community members that promote gangs? Or again, is it a witch hunt against quote
Dude,
unquote city?
I'm not a cop,
Yeah.
so like I don't want to see anybody get booked. But like, dude, like I'm also not going to be a hypocrite. I've said multiple times, like this gang shit's out of control, and they got to figure it the fuck out. So like, I don't know if it's like witch hunted out and like, yeah, like.
I think my question is because why I brought up the Cali shit. It proves that I think the Cali shit proves that just because you indicting people or locking people up, the gang shit's not going to stop. But to these areas where gangs is quote unquote new or whatever, do you think seeing people get hit with 100 years is going to stop shit? In my eyes, no, because we've seen people get convicted with murders, and people still murdering people.
I don't know if like that, like because the gangs out here specifically, I'm sure it's everywhere, are so fucking young.
Yeah,
I don't know if that scares a 14-year-old, 15-year-old.
I don't
know. I don't even know if they process.
Right.
I don't know, but I do know. I was looking at the stats earlier today, and carjackings in Philly went from 3 years ago or 2 years ago, 300. Last year, 800. This year, 1,700.
Damn.
So I think they got to do something.
That shit more than doubled.
They got to do something. They got to do something, bro.
What the fuck?
You know that? They got to do something. They want motherfuckers to still live in the city. They're gonna have to do something, dog.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, so I don't really know. Like, it sucks, but like also like as rappers, I'm hoping they all tighten up and kind of stop talking about that shit so much.
Yeah, I mean, as much as because even when I was younger, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I didn't like the whole idea of a gang. It's just enticing. It seems cool. It seems like a family, a brotherhood. Like, oh, somewhere you could fit in. You may already fit in, but it just may add the extra layer of like, oh, I'm this as well as being this, this, and this. So I mean, I could see to the young eye like why that's enticing to somebody. I think when the overt violence, it's just not rumbles no more. It's like, oh, these people are burying your 14-year-old friend and watching their mom cry at the funeral, getting mad at the funeral and like, oh no, I gotta go get some get back.
And it's not like it's not strategic violence.
No, at all.
Like blunt force, switches, fucking let off, bad. Like it's very like, when the fuck did it become cooler to be a killer than to be rich? Because I always thought we were growing up like the trappers was like the fucking goal. Like, yo, if you wanted to play with that, it was like, yo, I want to be a get money motherfucker. Like, now it's like, yo, I gotta have the most bodies.
I don't know. I don't know when the switch was. I feel like music dictates a lot. Because I mean, if you think about it, who were the killer rappers? Like our rappers were the get money rappers.
Yeah, even
drug rappers, and now you got killer rappers. This shit then went from getting money. It went from getting fly, getting money, doing drugs to now killing.
Even when you think back to like 50's first album, like, and you listen to it, like, yeah, he was definitely talking some goon shit, but it was a lot of I was getting money since I was a fucking kid.
The fucking title is "Get Rich or Die Trying."
Yeah, like it's like very much like all that shit was a lot of get money, get money, get money.
Jeezy, get money. I don't know how many lines Jeezy had about specifically killing people. It wasn't every song if he had it.
Yeah, I'm sure he said it before.
I'm driving Lambos. I'm doing this, this, and this. Jay-Z, I'm getting money. Biggie,
even back then it was cooler to say you was going to throw money on somebody's head than like I'm going to hop out the car and fucking drill. Like,
it was way better to say that than saying I got 18 fucking bodies.
It's crazy, bro.
I don't think any rapper from that era would have got on wax and been like, "Oh yeah, I've killed somebody."
Yeah, I don't know the answer to that, and I don't know what I don't know what the answer people want is either.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not sitting here acting like I got the answer. I understand it from a young mind because I was young at one point, and I can see how if you feel like you ain't got X, Y, and Z in your household or in your neighborhood or in your area, and these dudes over here is like they'll accept you. You just gotta do some bullshit. And once you feel accepted, that's all majority of people want anyway, is to feel accepted by somebody. And if you get accepted by 15, 20 people, who are you? Who am I to say? It's hard to tell somebody like, nah, they ain't the crew to run with when all of them telling you they love you. Do they mean it? I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe sending you on crash missions, but
I can't be a person not from that situation telling somebody in that situation how to act.
exactly. You can't. If these people put money in somebody's pocket, not even put money in, they put food in that person's mouth. How you gonna tell them to say don't listen to that person?
And like, yeah, like it's kind of at the point now to like you either have to join or like you don't, like you're not friends with them. And even if you are just associated, you're getting killed off it.
Yeah,
So
you hate
that shit
that
is
person.
weird. That shit is a weird joint.
Yeah, it sucks, man.
You want to go on the holidays or Romeo and Master P?
We might as well stick with the grim shit. Go to Romeo and Master P. We get holidays after.
That was quite a debacle.
Yeah, I didn't see really too much of Romeo's responses after the first one, but
You know, I was reading them all. I was reading them all. So it started off with the Twich fella that killed himself last week. I know we were going to talk about it. We didn't end up talking about it. That Ellen's DJ ended up killing himself, whatnot. You know, before I get off that, I wish people would just shut the fuck up sometimes.
about the situation, how he looked happy or he had it all.
Yeah, like I saw a couple joints on Twitter, like, yo, somebody's got to say it. Like, yo, there's no way he killed himself. You guys don't fucking know.
Right.
How the fuck would you know if he killed himself? Because he was doing dance videos? There's no way he killed himself?
One of the most on point posts that I seen, I think it was on Twitter. It was like, just because you see somebody, tell me you don't know suicide without telling me you don't know suicide. One of them type posts. Just
Yep.
because you're happy doesn't mean you're not suicidal.
I was trying to break that shit down to somebody else. And I'm like, dog, just because, like, Robin Williams is a clear example of that. Like,
Right.
one of the most famous comedians ever. Just because you're happy and make people happy and they laugh at you doesn't mean you're not sad.
Or can mask the idea of being happy.
That's ridiculous. I had an interesting conversation the other day, and it was like, why is there not a stigma around killing yourself like there is overdosing?
I feel like overdoses. I feel like maybe majority of overdoses are accidental. I
Yep.
feel like suicidal. I feel like I'm not sure. I've never been.
When people kill themselves, though, like it's usually like everyone's pretty upset. People pretty upset about it.
Yeah.
So you don't really see the same sympathy with overdosing.
Right.
So why is that? And I feel like I know, but my friend was asking me, and I'm like, I understand what you're saying, because like this is the reality of suicide is like me, I'm for it. Like, and that sounds weird, but like, yo, if you've come to that conclusion that that's what you want to do, have at it. Like, go for it. More power to you. It's extremely selfish. It's probably the most selfish thing you can do in life. Especially if you're in a situation that you have kids, family. Like, it's very much like, yo, I'll never find peace, so I'm going to do this and head out. It's kind of fucked up. I get it. I think the lack of sympathy that comes with overdosing is, in the most part, they've been addicts for a while.
Right.
And if you've been an addict for a while, either people that like know you're going through some shit and they've tried to help. And that's the thing with suicide is a lot of people don't know you're going through some shit. So their first reaction is the ego check of like humans is, fuck, I wish I could have done more. I wish I could have, maybe if I would have made that call, he wouldn't have killed himself.
Right.
Like maybe I could have helped. To where like addicts is, you've already tried to help a few times and then they burnt that bridge. The bridges are burnt.
Even in the suicide situation, when people say, "Oh, I could have did this, I could have did that," maybe even the person that committed suicide is like, "I would have did this shit a year ago if it wasn't for me having a daughter, or if it wasn't for me wanting to see my daughter or son go to school that day, or whatever it is. Like, I would have did this shit a long time ago." So when people, even like when you just said it's selfish, is it?
Like I would say it's selfish to the extent of like, yeah, I mean, it's
how long they probably held that off.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's people that have been like, I want to do it today. Maybe something like, nah, I gotta wait till this or
I think when you have kids and a family, I think it's kind of selfish.
I say it's fucked up. Selfish. All I can think about is like that pain that those people that actually go through with committing suicide, completing suicide, whatever you're supposed to say. I mean, other than not doing it, That's like next level
Oh, yeah, I mean, if you get to the point of saying I would rather be dead
dead.
than just go through a day, that's a
I
dark
don't
place.
want to be here. Like that is.
That's
I
defeating.
can't even think like what that is.
And they were saying like, yo, like he's happy, he's got families dancing and shit. And I'm like, well, that's even more sad, honestly.
Right.
Because imagine you have a beautiful wife, beautiful kids, you got a successful career, and you're still waking up saying, I can't fucking do this.
And think how hard it is for him to make those TikToks, make
Yeah,
those dances, smiling pictures with his family, knowing that the real thoughts in the back of his mind, like, I want this shit to be over.
yeah, it's brutal. I did like there was a Drink Champs video or interview. I want to say it was Fat Joe,
Mm-hmm.
and Nori did it. And Nori was like, yo, Chris Lighty, man, like, no way he killed himself, bro. Like, I was saying, like, yo, there's no way he ever did that. Like, blah, blah. And Fat Joe just stopped and was like, yo, hold off. You don't fucking, like, know. Like, you don't know what he was going through. You don't know none of that shit. Like, that's not what we're about to do here. Like, he had some shit with him, and, like, we're not going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And I like when people do everything's not a conspiracy theory.
It's not. It's not.
Everything's not a conspiracy theory.
What is the incentive in the Ellen? What is his name? I don't want to call him
DJ Twich?
Twitch. Yeah, I mean, what could this conspiracy be in that situation? He has
He had a white wife, so she got him killed. And it's like, what are we doing?
Oh, man. Like,
What are we doing here? Relax. Relax. But yeah, to build off that is we thought we weren't gonna have anything to talk about today, and now we're gonna go into an hour. To build off that was so Master P posted a video basically saying like breaking down the Twitch shit, saying like, yo, you're sorry he died, so and so. And Romeo kind of said, you've had your own family deal with this and you haven't said anything or talked to him. But you can post. Apparently I don't know if his daughter died from suicide, but one of his daughters died in the last few years, if not more recent. So they started going back and forth, and everybody started kind of attacking Romeo, calling him ungrateful, blah, blah. And Romeo said, dude, ungrateful for what? We've been check to check since I was 18 years old. He's like 33. So I never got my royalty checks. I never got a rap snacks check. Didn't get the Nickelodeon checks. Like, I was feeding my dad. He wasn't feeding us. He puts on this facade that he's taking care of everybody and he's doing well, and it's not real.
Did not see that post, and that's fucked up that I didn't see that.
Yeah, he went in. He did like 3 or 4 posts.
Wow.
And Master P rebutted with the one video, and he kind of said, yo, like, the shit is pretty much, he was saying, like, yo, like, I thought it was about grief, and now we're talking about money, but the shit is, like, I'm not an ATM to the family. Like, you saw how I got it. So, like, you're not going to just use me for my money, and I'm not going to continue to help ungrateful people. So, I mean, there's 2 sides to the story there. So he's saying he's fine. He's just not helping them out because fuck it. And Little Romeo's saying, you kind of burnt me for a lot of bread, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I look at Romeo as the same situation as Bow Wow. Like, if their situations was done right, both of them should be set for life. I mean, he was on top of the world. And it seemed like they were both on independent labels, with Bow Wow being So Def, all the movies he did. Lil Romeo, independent label, No Limit Records. I don't see why.
Nickelodeon show for a couple years.
Yeah, TV, basketball, sneakers, clothes.
Even being a founding member of Rap Snacks, you would think he would still be able to pay his bills for life.
You would assume. I mean, that's the fucked up part about the music business. Even worse than that father-son shit.
Yeah, family business.
I mean, I guess JD and Bow Wow ain't father-son, but it looked like they had a similar rift as well with their little, I guess JD saying he made 106 in Park for Bow Wow, and then the 106 in Park creator coming out like JD had nothing to do with it. Bow Wow saying that's cap. I wish the best for JD. They always had a weird relationship.
Yeah, they really do have a weird relationship.
A lot of funky business going on in the music industry right now.
I think Bow Wow, because I understand that relationship somewhat, because JD wrote a lot of the music, so I feel like he's probably, yeah, bro, I kind of like built you up. I think these last couple of years of Millennium Tours really solidified that Bow Wow's just his draw. It's not just his music; he's just an entertainer and a good draw. So I'm sure he's got some confidence with that.
You could sell out an arena tour. Who could really say anything to you?
The Master P shit is interesting because like I don't know his financials. I don't. But like I like maybe he could have blown through a lot of money. Who knows? But like
I could see it from Romeo's side. What he's saying is, if you know somebody for real and that's really your dad or whatever, and then you seeing what he promotes.
yeah, this facade of being like this ultimate entrepreneur.
He does big entrepreneur, independent and everything. And as Romeo, you feeling like, bro, you ate off me the last
Yeah.
how many years? Like it's been all me. And for what it's worth, after No Limit, you got that little gap. Nothing happens. Then Lil Romeo comes. What do you think about after Lil Romeo with No Limit?
Well, that's the thing is like we honestly don't know, and we don't know. Before I say we don't know, but like we don't know, we don't know Master P for like any like public successful ventures.
No.
Outside that main run, and also that's fine too. I want to say that's fine too. Like yeah, sometimes you can run it the fuck up for a while, and then like even if he's like if he ran it the fuck up and now he's cooling in a $1 million house instead of a $20 million house, that's fine.
Perfect.
That's cool. That's no success.
House is fine.
Yeah, like that's fuck. Like yo, you did it, bro. You ran it up. You lived your life.
You would think they're up for life,
but with how they ran it up, you would think that he would be set for life. But who knows? But yeah, I could feel that frustration from Romeo, especially if that first part is real. It's like, yo, bro, like some of your fucking kids want to commit suicide, and you're over here posting this shit about this fellow you don't even know.
Right.
There's got to be years of fuck because Romeo's not young. He's like a little older than us. Yeah, he's like a little older than us. So like, however old DeMar DeRozan is, he's that age.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm whatever. Hopefully they work it out.
No, that's a fact. That's fucked up. They have to bring it to socials.
Christmas,
man. It's that time. Have you got the Christmas shopping done?
No, I was gonna do it today, but I'm crippled, so I don't know when I'll do it. I got some shit done off Amazon.
I feel like I gave Amazon a free ad last week, but
yeah, I got some shit done off Amazon. I looked at it today and like, I need like shoes and shit now.
Oh shit, yeah.
I gotta get the twins some shoes, so I can't really do anything with Amazon. At what age, if there's an age, at what age do you stop getting the kids a gift? Not your kids, but like nieces and nephews.
Whew. I'm in the hot seat. I got a lot of little cousins, nieces, and nephews.
Right?
Yeah. I don't know, man. Because shit do get more expensive. I feel like at this, maybe like when they get into them big kid sizes as far as sneakers.
That's where the twins are, dog. Their shoes cost
like I'm gonna get you up with some bread, bro. Because these shits is like $120 now. Like, especially when you ain't got kids, it's kind of different because it's like I'm dishing out a lot. You feel me? And not to be like selfish or anything, but yeah, you dishing out a lot. So I don't know. I think it's more so like hopefully they grateful for whatever they do get and not.
That's the other thing too. Is the older they get, the less grateful they get.
And that's the kind of disappointing part in the whole situation because it's like it ain't shit to buy a $60 game. It's a $50 game. But when that shit started to go like, oh, can I get it's like gifts.
Yeah, can I get a StockX Jordan 1?
Can I get an iPhone? Can I get a $500 sneaker? It's like, I don't know if it's social media or just the way of the world. Like, I want a PS5. I want this. They don't want wrestling men anymore. They don't want Barbie dolls anymore. They want, can I get an iPad?
Right, the same kids that was asking me for a $10 Nerf gun are now asking for $300 gifts. And it's like, bro, I'm not your fucking parent.
Yeah.
I'm not your dad. No.
So let's set the tone. What is the gift for a non-parent? What should the cap be on a gift for a non-parent? Should the gift go over $100 or $150?
No, not a shot.
So where does it stop? 100 or 150 or 75?
50, dog.
75 from somebody that's not your parent is a great gift.
50, dog.
50 is a great gift,
50.
right? Am I bluffing
if
here?
You see 50. The guy kids, I will give up to 75.
Okay.
The guy kids, like, and like, if I like them a lot, I'll go to 100.
Even in your teens, if you 16, somebody that's not your
Oh,
parent
I
hits
can't
you
wait
up
for these
for
kids to get a
75.
little. Yeah, I can't wait till these kids get a little older because they're gonna stop getting the $7,500 Jones. They're gonna start getting hit with $50 bills, dog. There you
Are you
go.
mad
Merry
at that at
Christmas.
16 though?
At
I'm
16,
not
I'm
mad at that.
fucking jumping through the roof, dog.
Yeah,
I'm
that's what I'm saying.
$50 bill.
You get hit with the 50,
I can go
oh,
buy some loud, I could do anything. Like, I'd take a movie night. I
right,
could do anything with that.
right. So yeah, I don't know what the age is. I've definitely gone over that limit, but it is like ah,
I
it's
lucked out this year,
a
man.
lot of
I lucked out this year. My family started doing a Secret Santa for the kids.
that's a lifesaver.
I lucked out, and everybody that had kids had to pick a number. Guess who doesn't have kids?
Mm.
No number, no present for the nieces and nephews. Won't he fucking do it?
Oh, that's how it went.
Won't he do it, dog? Won't he do it? Look at motherfucking God, dog. Look at motherfucking God, dog.
Dang.
I just got grab some shit for my 3 godsons, and then I'm done.
Hey man,
Done,
that's a
done.
blessing. That's a blessing.
But the nieces and nephews, though, they was all getting to that age. Like the oldest one's 15 turning 16. She was about to stop getting gifts. I don't think she was getting shit this year.
And I'm not even mad at like the little $5, $10 gifts. Like you may get a gift like a charger from your aunt. You gonna use a fucking charger every day. That's a
Yeah,
solid gift.
I went out there when I went out there last year, I just hit all the nieces and nephews with a 20. But then you think of them, it's like fucking 8 of them bitches, dog. So you're like, damn, yeah, that should start to add up a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. But whatever it is, as long as that shit is appreciated, I don't think none of my little cousins, nieces, and nephews have got to the age of like ungratefulness yet. I feel like we'll see, and I'm gonna be a little like, all right, well, you ain't getting shit next year, then type shit. That's all
you can get that shit right the fuck back, dog.
Yeah, matter of fact, let me get that. Let me get
that shit right back. Go do it's just a kid. No, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, no.
This shit is like, it's way easier. Like, I don't have a kid yet, so it's way easier to be tougher on your nieces and nephews and shit.
For sure. And the ungrateful shit, I can't stand it.
I hate you, and like it's tough too, because like sometimes the young kids are, and like they don't know any better. It's just their parents and shit, and that shit takes everything out of me to not really spare. Because like motherfucker, I don't have to give you shit, dog. I don't have to give you anything ever.
Funny shit we on this pod talk about it, but kids don't realize that at all. Like, yo, I don't have to do nothing.
Like, I know it's your birthday and shit, but like, there's no responsibility on me to give you shit. Ever.
Not one.
I don't even have to talk to your little ass, dog. Like that's like.
I haven't dealt with that shit yet, man. For the most part, they've all been receptive and love whatever it is, from the smallest to the biggest gift. So.
Now there is nothing better, and this will go to my next drawing, but there's nothing better than giving a good gift that somebody likes.
Oh yeah, that's like priceless.
That's one of my favorite things in the
world. Unexpected, like when they I didn't think you were getting me anything.
When you pay attention, they like, like you can. I love that shit, dog. That's the best, dog. Like, Merry Christmas, dog.
You heard me when I said that. Yep, I heard it.
Yeah, that shit's so fucking swag, dog. Yeah, so when you buy gifts for people, like if you and your girl were buying gifts, like, do you do lists, or do you go off like is she giving
you gotta go list.
Don't give me a list
as well as listen, because the listen ones hit harder than the list. Because the list, you like, all right, I'm gonna get 4 or 5 things off this list. But I heard you talk about X, Y, and Z to somebody else, or you just said, oh, I like that. Walking through the store or whatever, you see something online, oh, I like that. All right, back in my mind, boom, got that. Shit like that. That shit hits harder. Like, I ain't even asked for it. Same vice versa when it happened to me. Like, damn, like, I ain't even asked for that shit.
I won't even tell anybody what I want. Because I would almost rather be surprised with a gift that I kind of fuck with than a gift I really fuck with and ask. And to be honest, like, if I really want something, I'll buy it. So I like the surprise shit.
I'm the same way, but in terms of Christmas, I play by the rules. Like, I'll put shit on the list because like you said, we at the point where it's like, okay, I could just buy it. But we taking the fun out of the whole situation.
It's the whole tone. Like, then I feel bad.
It's not gonna be something I want urgently, but I will drop a note in the back of your head, like, yo, I really fuck with these sneaks, or yo, that fucking whatever it is, like that shit
Does,
crazy. That fucking yeah, whatever it is.
does your mom still buy for you?
Yeah, mom's. I don't. Yeah, my mom that will not stop. Like she won't stop.
I
I
get the
love
same.
my mom, but
Yeah,
she will not stop.
I get the same amount of gifts I got when I was a kid.
I don't. I say that she don't cut a corner. I say that my mom ain't cutting not one corner. Like
Yeah,
if I want the fucking yeah, mom's going to the moon for me.
yeah.
Like
I get the exact same amount of presents from my mom that I did when I was 12. Like
yeah, she
100%.
asked me to listen in October. I'm like, Mom, I don't know what I want. Like I'm a grown ass man.
Same shit, dog. I'm like, yeah, I'm a grown ass man. I don't have a fucking Christmas
What do you
list, dog.
do all the dumb shit that you don't want to like, like, yeah, give me this 20-foot charger that's
Mhm.
fucking super powered. This stupid
Yep.
shit.
Yep, 100%. No, I sent Vicky like 2 links. I was like, hey, you can give me this. Anything else you want to get me, just surprise me. I don't care.
Yeah, yeah. It's like you said, like I'm definitely getting to the point where it's like, all right, like it is. I guess what you're saying is true. Like it is to the point where it's like, all right, just listen to me at this point, like, cause
Yeah, just like like if you know I'm into some shit, buy me something that you know I'm into, and like yeah, like maybe I won't like it, but like I like that you did it.
yeah, I appreciate you thought of me
Yeah,
that much to be like, all right, this is what I'm getting you.
yeah, like I like it 100%.
Right.
That's my shit.
No,
Damn, we're at 56 already. Um,
sir.
you got anything else?
I think we ran through everything, honestly.
Yeah, I'll go into my random thoughts. We didn't talk COVID back on the rise. I don't really like what COVID is out, right?
Yeah, fucking COVID.
I don't really care. I'll go
If
into
you
my
got
random.
COVID info, that's cool.
Well, I mean, COVID's at an all-time high in China now, and they're saying the hospitals are overfilled and deaths are on the rise. Whatever. From what I was reading, they kind of said their plan is to just let it take its toll now,
I
and
mean,
that's
I
kind of
feel like that's what we've been doing. It's fucked
me
up
too.
as it is. I feel like we just chalked it like this is a new sickness. We're gonna have to live with it, and it is what it is. It's fucked up as it is. It's life.
I mean, yeah, that's just how we're gonna
They
have
did
to
the
go.
same shit with AIDS. It was like, don't go outside. A mosquito could give that shit to you. The more information you get, you like, okay, well, mosquitoes can't transfer this shit.
That
It's
would be
just like,
so fucking crazy.
oh my gosh, I couldn't imagine.
Just having a day at the beach and fucking you get AIDS.
Right.
Um,
That'd be
yeah.
fucking.
Before I get into my hot takes on movies, Black Adam was a bomb. Did anybody see that coming?
Was it?
It didn't. From the reports that they're saying is it didn't break even with the marketing budget.
Damn.
It's a movie they thought they would probably get 3, 4 times back, and it didn't break even.
I'm
That's
pretty
a
sure
tough
people
call.
feel like you put the rock in the movie, it's gonna go.
Well, here's the shit. Did you know what the fuck Black Adam was?
I didn't know he was a character in anything.
I did. I've never heard Black Adam before.
You hear Batman and Superman from DC. That's it. We know the Flash and all these other guys, but we know Batman and Superman. If it ain't them, it's probably not gonna hit, honestly.
And honestly, The Rock might be too big of a movie star to play a superhero.
I don't think that was the right one. Like The Rock could have played Thanos. Like he could have played Captain America. I don't know. Like Black Adam, that's not the right. Give us somebody we know and put the Rock in that suit. Like
Yeah, somebody big. Give us like Bane or something.
yeah. Give us or a villain, like you said. Yeah, like don't give us somebody that we're not familiar with. Like give us Mr. Freeze or something stupid. Just
That would be kind of sick, actually, because Arnold did that. Yeah, I think The Rock could do that. I watched a movie this week, and I'd say it's 6.5, seven maybe, probably 6.5.
I definitely seen it on HBO Max. I was like, I fuck with the Rock. I'm gonna give him a chance.
It's worth a watch. It's not a bad movie, but
Mm.
it sounds like plans for the sequels have been halted for at least the relative future. So that's a bomb. Is that his first bomb?
As far as I know, yeah. Like
Yeah.
I mean, you feel like the Rock, one of the biggest stars in the world, let alone movie stars. Anything he's in is probably gonna sell out. So it's kind of wild to hear that shit bomb.
I mean, this motherfucking The Rock made a movie about a giant ape attacking buildings off a
Yeah,
video game and still got bread off it.
motherfuckers did Jumanji and shit.
Yeah, he was ramping helicopters because the world was having a giant earthquake and shit. Like he's been doing a lot of fucking like just random movies.
Watch San Andreas, like because The Rock was in it. We wouldn't have watched it if Joe Blow was in it.
No, fuck no, dog, not a shot. Not a fucking shot. All right, man. So I've been catching up on my black rom-coms lately.
Okay.
I've been getting into it. Somebody suggested a movie to me, so I've been running through them. So I've watched, in the last week, I've watched The Best Man,
Mm-hmm.
The Best Man Holiday,
Mm-hmm.
Brown Sugar, and my Queen Latifah movies, because I love Queen, Just Right, and The Last Holiday. And, okay, so let me ask you this. Are we calling, I'm saying Brown Sugar, you're calling that a classic, right?
For sure. Black classic at least.
Are you calling both The Best Man movies classics as well?
Black classics. I'm not gonna call them classics, but black classics.
What happened to Tay Diggs?
Nothing. Why you say that?
Because he used to have like cool roles and shit. Like I was like, oh damn, this motherfucker was
They always put Tay Diggs in the same role, from Malibu's Most Wanted to Brown Sugar. Like he's the black guy, haha, like the cringy black dude, but he's cool, but he's like cringy, and he's like but he's Tay Diggs. Like I feel like he plays the role that he's given well. Like I've never seen him in a totally serious role.
All right, so here's where I think of classics, right?
Mm-hmm.
Especially in black movies, black rom-coms or romantic movies or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The Wood is a flawless movie to me.
For sure, easily.
Like I think The Wood is a flawless movie, and I was going into this movie run thinking that they were all going to be that. And The Best Man is not a great movie. I mean, maybe you could argue it's a good movie, but like I had 7 out of 10 tops.
7 out of 10 to me is good. I feel like the Best Man gives you everything you want. It gives you comedy, it gives you drama, it gives you suspense. Like, what more could you have asked from?
All right, I like Terrence Howard's role in that.
You were mad at the movie, like, ain't no way he would be with her. Ain't no way he was still married. Like, you mad at the movie. It brings the movie out of you.
Flip side, I watched Big Mama's House, that first one, again recently. That's a good movie. That's a good movie. That's a good movie.
Down to the underlying comedy in there.
Yo, Terrence Howard was a frightening guy in that movie, dog.
Oh, he was fucked up.
He was so scary in that fucking movie.
He was
so scary. She just walks into the room. He's just like fucking petting his son's head, reading him a book.
Yeah.
Like, yo, what the fuck is going on here? The Best Man movie is not a classic by any means. I don't know how it got to that status. I'm not sure. So the main character is a piece of shit. Tay Diggs is a piece of fucking shit. And maybe you could
for sure.
And then maybe you could clear some things up. He fucked his best friend's girlfriend while they were dating, correct?
Yes.
Because she came to him for comfort, and he provided the comfort she needed. As she said, like, yo, it was just majestic.
Did they do it in college, or was it while they was together?
It was. I think they were together in college. Either way.
Yeah, something like that.
Or maybe he fucked her right before they started going together. I'm not sure. One of the things, he fucked the guy's wife that he was marrying, and then he never told her, and then she never told him, which means she's a piece of shit as well. I fucked your best friend. I'm never gonna tell you. Yeah. And then the weekend of me being the best man at the wedding, I'm releasing a book that details how I fucked your wife.
Yeah, and that's disrespectful.
What the fuck are we talking about?
Is this the one when he's a fucking football player or some shit, right?
Yep.
Yeah. That was fucked up.
Yep. And we get there, and the guy finds out the night before his wedding. And he snaps.
Yeah.
And Tay Diggs meets him at the motherfucking wedding and prays with him, and everything's okay?
Yeah.
What the fuck are we talking about? Yeah. And the other fella meets the stripper, Regina Hall, who, God, she's a fucking baddie, dog. You ever see her back in the day? Like, she's pretty now. I was like, yo, Regina Hall is a fucking smoke show, dog. Yeah, smoke show. And he leaves his girlfriend for the stripper. I'm like, what the fuck is going on in this movie?
That's backwards, bro.
What's going on in this movie? And then Tay Diggs' girlfriend comes, and then she finds out that Tay Diggs was trying to fuck. What actor was that? Or actress was that? It's a girl. It wasn't Nia Long.
You got me with names, bro.
I forget who it was, but he's trying to fuck. And then he tells his girl, and then his girl and that girl are friends. They're cordially talking, and then Tay Diggs proposes at the wedding of the best friend and the girl he fucked with no ring.
Yeah.
What the fuck are we talking about?
But look how it got you feeling. I feel like that's a good movie.
The The movie sucks. Like,
You
it doesn't
wasn't
make
that
any sense.
passionate about Black Adam. I don't. Yeah, you wasn't that passionate about Black Adam. So we might gotta put Black Adam to like a 5 because we could give Best Man a 7. Best Man is at least a 7 with controversy alone.
And I'm going through it and I'm going, I don't know how the fuck people like this movie that much. Like, it's fun. It's fun to watch. I'll give it. It's fun to watch.
That's what it is. It ain't necessarily like I love this story, but it's like
It's a comfort movie.
a lot of bullshit, and you're gonna talk about this movie after you watch it.
So I roll right into the Best Man holiday.
Mm-hmm.
And the first thing I go is the stuck-up girlfriend from the first movie.
Yeah.
That everybody hated.
Yeah.
Is now a thought flavor of love girl.
Yeah. But it made sense. Tell me it didn't make sense because that's the role that would seem like she would go the reality TV route. And at the time of Best Man Holiday, reality TV was taking off. So it made sense.
And this movie takes place at least 10 years after the first movie.
Yeah.
So the running back from the first movie that in the first movie just signed his big deal is now having a career year. So he's 15 years into his NFL career. Having a career year as a running back?
He's on some Brian shit, bro.
As a fucking running back, dog?
Bro.
Yeah, running back? Bro. It's the same exact fucking plot as the first movie.
It is.
I go, yeah, the guy comes, he's sneaky again, he's trying to write a book, he finds out, he betrays him, the wife convinces the husband to forgive him, they all make, what the fuck are we talking about?
Now, I could say the second one, it was like, okay, this is redundant. Cool.
It's the same exact movie.
They had you like, yo, what the fuck? What is like, you got like 5 what the fucks in the first one, at least.
And I'll tell you this, though, the second movie I was watching, I was like, man, I hope that wife survives somehow. And she doesn't.
Come on, bro.
And yeah, let's be realistic. I don't give a fuck.
Like that. That'll get you like.
I don't give a fuck what football season you're having. If your wife's literally going to die in the next few hours, you're skipping that game.
Yeah. And the whole movie, like you said, you hoping she lives. So they got the bullshit, but then they also got some real shit in there. Like, yo, this is fucked up. Because it's like she's really going through this shit. You know to her past. So it made sense. It wasn't as good as the first, but it still had enough to draw you in to watch it to the end. Because it's still movies, don't get it wrong, that we might turn on nowadays and be like, I can't finish this shit. That shit, you won't watch the whole thing, regardless of how many.
I'll give Best Man 1 a 7. I'll give Best Man 2 a 6.
Not
Brown
bad.
Sugar, 9.
Oh, I thought you had a bad take.
No, 9. It's a beautiful movie.
Brown Sugar is crazy.
It's a great movie.
That's a lot of people's story.
It's a great movie.
Yeah,
it's good. I was like, how have I not watched it?
Go back on that.
No, it's a great movie. I was like, wow, I can't believe I've never seen this before. It's beautiful.
That was your first time seeing it?
Yeah, I've never watched any of them before.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it was a beautiful movie, man. I was like, wow.
This time at 30, get to see Brown Sugar.
I might watch it again after this, dog. It was a great movie.
Yo, that's a different watch because I've seen it probably, I don't know, maybe 10 plus times over my life. So you have to get at 30 for your first time and understand everything.
It's the best movie.
Good watch.
It was so good. I'm like, man, I really fucking love this movie. It's got the hip hop oriented shit to it. It's just like it gives you the nostalgia too. Most Def's in it, and she's the double XL editor. Big job. I'm like, oh, this is
the big dumbass record label. He got what was they called? What was they called?
Rat and Tat.
Stupid shit.
Rat and Tat, something like that.
Yeah, the Hoe Is Mine song. Yeah, that's what it was. The Hoe Is Mine. Stupid shit.
Yeah, dog. That was a great movie. Yeah. And then I watched the Queen Latifah movies, and I'll go on record. They're bad movies, but they're good movies.
Yeah, for sure.
They're good movies. They're fun to watch. Every single one. Common's an awful basketball player. They're never realistic. Yeah. Queen Latifah, I don't think Queen Latifah's taken down Common or LL Cool J. But
how you feel about the whole Barbershop series?
The first movie's an absolute classic.
For sure, easy.
The first movie's
I didn't like the second one.
You like the second one? Yeah. No, the second one was mid at best.
Damn.
You like the second one? I thought the second one was
mid. The second one was Nappy Cuts, right?
What was that?
That was the one with Nappy Cuts, right? Or was that the third one?
Third one was when he had
a kid. Like he had
a kid the whole time. The third one was when I think his kid was joining the gangs.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that was trash.
I was up for that one. Yeah.
And then they even had Beauty Shop. Beauty Shop wasn't bad.
That was in the second one when they had the
Yeah,
barbershop.
but it had a spin-off standalone movie
Yeah,
too, or standalone movie.
it wasn't
That's
bad.
Queen Latifah. You know I love Queen, dog.
Yeah, good
I love
movie.
Queen. Queen Latifah's in the movie. I'm watching, dog.
Yeah.
No, Barbershop's a good series. When it comes to black cinema, The Woods probably my favorite rom movie. He Got Game's probably one of my favorite movies ever. That's a good. I saw Cameron doing his funny skit today and saying like, "Yo, except for these two movies are trash," and I was like, "Well, he missed one because He Got Game's a fucking cinema masterpiece."
Yeah, it was a great movie. Got everything down to the T, honestly. I'm glad they got a real Hooper in there as well.
And then, and it's funny Ray Allen never really got into acting after that because he did a great job.
For being a Hooper first, yes, he did.
He had a really good job. And then friend of the show, Dex, was telling me that Love and Basketball is an overrated movie.
There's nothing overrated about Love and Basketball.
Could not disagree with him more.
There's literally nothing overrated about
Great movie. It's a great movie.
And it's a movie you can watch anytime and you'll still watch the whole thing all the way through.
And it was ahead of its time.
Definitely.
It was ahead of its time. Yeah, it goes off to this guy, like the superstar athlete. He blows his knee out, and it ends with the girl being in the WNBA and him being a fucking stay-at-home dad.
Yeah. Woman empowerment before
they wasn't talking about that shit like you back in the day. What are we talking about?
Was a thing. Woman empowerment before it was a thing.
No, that was a good movie.
Random thought for me, I'm keeping it on movies, man. Harvey Weinstein, I feel like he already got canceled. But he just got convicted of another count of rape and 2 other charges. At what point do you take the Harvey Weinstein movies off of TV and streaming services? Does he get canceled just like everybody else, or do we still accept him for who he is? Because listen to this is a few of Harvey Weinstein movies. We got Lord of the Rings, we got Django, we got the Scream series, we got the Kill Bill series, we got the Scary Movie series, we got movies like The Fighter, we got Air fucking Bud, we have Jackie Brown, if you know what that is. It's a black classic. The Upside with Kevin Hart recently, Spy, just a bunch of random movies that Halloween is Harvey Weinstein. Exactly. But at the same time, do we still support this dude, or are we done off him? This is a random thought.
What producers is like, we canceled R. Kelly. Do you cancel the songs he wrote for Aaliyah?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like it's hard to cancel producers.
Okay.
So it's like they're not forefront. So like I kind of think like it's just hard. I don't think you'll ever see a producer cancel.
Makes sense, and that's because they're behind the scenes.
They're behind the scenes. They're not right in front of you, singing, acting, anything like that. So it's kind of like you're not canceling. We're not canceling.
Accountable if we still support the product that they made or produced.
I mean, if he got charged with another rape, I mean that fella's getting held accountable in real life.
Right, but I mean, isn't R. Kelly as well? But we can't listen to his music.
I mean, people still do, right?
Supposedly.
What's that one song he has?
Would you be mad if you heard "I Believe I Can Fly"? Would you sing along?
Yeah, I wouldn't do that because that wouldn't be that. But like if the song came out of the cookout, the little step song he did,
Stepping into Love.
So that shit. See, if that came on, I'm not mad at it. You let it play.
I mean, what R. Kelly song are you mad at besides he talking crazy? If he talking about sex, I get it. But other than that, it's like, it's R. Kelly. But we can leave it there. This was you.
I'm not doing that.
We're going to have a nice little end of the year wrap up next week.
Yeah, next year I'm thinking we should probably do like maybe we'll have to do some Google searches, but maybe one big story from every month.
Yeah.
Revisit?
Yeah, we could do it.
Yeah, that would be sick. Yeah, so we'll do that next week. All right, peace from a chair. Oh, Merry Christmas, listeners. Or Happy Holidays.
After Christmas, before the New Year.